Hey, what's up, everybody? Paul here, Left Coast Model Car Builds. Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are having a good week. It's been pretty good over here. Keeping busy, doing some fun model stuff. Kids and I are getting ready for the 48-hour group build. That's going to be a blast. Yeah, overall good week. Just working away, getting some stuff done out here in the shop. Some fun model stuff, as always. So, something a little different for our Throwback Thursday. It's definitely a throwback for me. It is my old Revell 1/16 scale 34 Ford Coupe. So, see if you guys can see, because I can't. This was built back in probably around 1992, if I remember correctly. Mostly box stock. There was not a lot of alternative 16th scale stuff out there. I did mix some of the parts from the Phaeton, the Jaguar rear end, the wheels, the tires. I don't recall if the front end on both is the independent, but really cool. I mean, to me, this was a fairly advanced kit for back in those days, and it was the first large scale that I built. After this, my next two, I guess you say nicer builds, were 12 scales of 57 and a couple of Corvettes. So they're really fun. I've always enjoyed the larger scale stuff. Now that we've got this going, I can't wait to actually jump on some 8 scales, and I have a fun idea for one of the 12 scale Camaros. So this was a lot of fun. Painted a lot of the parts. Paint detailing was, I guess the extent of probably what I was doing back then, just offsetting stuff with paint. The body was cleaned up and painted with a PPG Guards Red, and I believe it's PPG Clear over it as well. And this thing's held up really nice. This was the first model that I won a Best Paint Award with at a Good Guys show, which makes sense. They hot rodders, Really cool though. They at first on the table, they were saying, hey, whoever's got this 16th scale, you're on the wrong table. It does youth. And I said, well, yeah, I'm 14. And they, at first I don't think they believed me. And I started walking them through what I did to clean up the body, how I painted it, how many coats, what I used, the material. Someone had asked about the clear, and I was telling them how I sprayed it, how I laid it down. I think my dad was out looking at something. He come in and saw a few people standing around talking to me, probably thought I was in trouble, did something. He comes up and realized I was explaining the paint to everybody, so I think that made him feel a little better. He eased his nerves. Probably thought we were going to get kicked out of the show for something. But really cool. Fun kit. Definitely want to build the Phaeton and another one of these down the road, especially with the 3D stuff that's out there now. I'd love to do one with some, white walls, steel wheels, change up the engine, the interior. So we'll see. Down the road, more projects, right? So I'm going to get this thing on the little turntable here. It just fits. And let you guys get a look at it with the light on it. Really cool. It's a great build. It's been in a few pieces. I've been putting it together. I still actually just realized I need to find the drive line and get that in. And last night, June and I were out here. I was getting the rear shocks on, which was fun. And the front bumper, which just did not want to glue back. And anybody that knows when you're trying to get a model pieced back together little by little, and you only have so much room to work with because you're not breaking the whole thing down, some areas can be very tricky when they have just that slight little carve out or piece where your brackets are supposed to go. So that was a lot of fun. It took a while to get it cleaned up and set, and I kept twice it fell off, and finally June was like, Dad, just leave it alone. Felt like he was stepping back where I was talking to my dad at times, where when he just wanted to see something set and done. But we ended up walking away, left it propped up, came back, I don't know how many hours later, and it was set, so that was good. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy this. Again, a little different, but for me, it's a throwback, meaningful build. Just again, really cool. It was actually, Pops kind of had the idea for it. And I was all for it. I was like, heck yeah, man, I want to build one of those big kits. You know, and we went from there. So we'll look at the other ones down the road as well. But hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out our sponsors, our page supporters. Links are in the description. Left Coast 10, get your discount over Iceman Collections and Scale Finishes with Jamestown over there. Left Coast 10, use that, and check out the other links. Let them know that Left Coast sent you over. All right, everybody, enjoy the video, enjoy the Hot Rods Illustrated, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one, everybody. All right, everybody, so here's a look at the old Revell 1/16 scale 34 Ford Coupe. This was their version of the chop street rod back in the day. So this barely fits on the little turntable. This is again the 16th scale. So this was a real fun build. The kit itself goes together really well. This was built, gosh, I'm going to say back probably 1992, I think it was. And it was a mix of the coupe and the Phaeton, the wheels, the Jaguar rear suspension came off the Phaeton. I believe the front suspension may have been the same on both, but it's got an independent front suspension there. And it's just a really cool kit. So, you know, back in these days, there weren't a lot of options for 16th scale. Whereas now I'm sure I'd be looking for different wheels, white walls. But I do love this build. It's really cool. That was kind of the style back then on the street rods. A little more of the high-tech stuff. You've got your, I believe this was a PPG, guards red, shot out of the, I believe that was even shot out of a touch-up gun. I don't know if it was the Seda back then. May have been something else, but the paint's held up pretty well. A couple little bad spots here and there, but overall it's held up pretty nice. You can see some yellowing in the headlights. That's from the epoxy that was used, two-part epoxy. Not, you know, interior is just the kit. It's painted a tan, a little bit of brush detail, maybe some flocking that you can't even see, and that's about it. So this model had been sitting in a desk drawer for probably since about 1999. And as we started going through stuff for our little shop here, I remembered where it was. It was in with some other stuff, but it had not broken all to pieces, but it had a good couple handfuls of pieces that had come off. So last night I just finished gluing the last of, actually there's the drive line. I need to find it and glue it in there. Otherwise I'll be complete. I did notice the frame cracked. Let's see if we can show you here. Let's move our hood so you can kind of see the little engine detail, nothing crazy. You know, in these days it was really just trying to offset stuff with paint. So you can see the way that was done. But the frame has got a crack just down under the rear end there on one side. So this thing won't see probably much movement. It's going to get put in the display case and sit there. But overall, really, you know, just a beautiful model. This was won a few awards. This was actually the first model I ever won a Best Paint award with at a Good Guys show, which was really cool. They didn't believe that, you know, a youth had built it. They said, hey, your model's on the wrong table. You know, whose is this? And I said, oh, I walked up, that's mine. And they all kind of looked at me like I was crazy. But nonetheless, you know, if anything, these 16th scales, when you're using a touch-up gun, are a little easier to spray than 25th and 4th. So, yeah, really cool build though. Glad I got it back together. Gonna get it put away in the display here. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. look there. And we're going to jump into our Hot Rods Illustrated. Just figured it'd be fitting with this. So give me a second here and we'll be right back. All right, here we are with our Hot Rods Illustrated. Got some cool art right there on the cover. That looks familiar, right? Very cool stuff. There we go. Very sweet. Those are the builds right there that I see that. I think, man, that would be fun to build something, but had I not seen it, I probably wouldn't have thought about it, but that's what I might mark out to try to do something like that one day. Really cool school front engine drag. I like those. Really sweet right there. So I love that. Yeah, definitely starting out good here. Very, very cool. That's sweet right there. Yeah, check that out. I think it's a beast. Very cool. Very cool stuff here. Gotta have them flames. That looks familiar, right? Check that out. Looks like the box art from Revell's 32. Got our ads there. Updates on stuff. Some nice stuff in here. Very cool, check that out. Very neat. That's wild right there. It's a lot of engine for that thing. Yeah, kind of like that right there. Hot rodding in miniature, NNL East. Really cool. There we go. Very nice. Very cool builds. Grand National Roadster Show. I always see some wild stuff there. Absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love that. Very cool. love that. I got that traditional roadster look. Same here. I think it's just beautiful. Very cool. There's some fun art right there. Gotta love the art stuff. Check that out. Very stunning. It's really nice. Salt flat disc, beautiful black paint. Absolutely gorgeous. Really cool. I love them old wheelies. That's cool. Check that out. Really nice. I like that. That's a trip. That's a little different right there. Very cool. That's gorgeous. All the parks right up on them. Very nice. And I think it's about the end of our thing here. Very cool. Got it.